Are we live?
Gotta get a hold of this kind of thing.
Okay. No, f that bit. Oh, the first 10 seconds.
Oh, Sean isn't even here.
I didn't want to do that bit again. You know what I mean?
only-
As soon as the bit started, I said, this one, no, flush it. And then I paid the price.
We only enforce that rule when Sean's here because he's so bad with the cursing.
Yeah.
When Rocco does it, it's pretty funny, honestly.
It's kind of a new
Yeah.
twist on that.
Yeah.
You have the comedic inflection.
Yeah, because I save it for the right stuff. Sean, it's just, he's just throwing it out like pennies on the sidewalk. Just,
Yeah. Like,
Pennies.
like a sailor at home from leave, just let
Yeah.
it fly.
yeah.
So you can get away with it. I think it should be a rule. If it's in the first 10 seconds, that's like 10-second rule. There's like a delay.
Most people aren't even there by that point.
Exactly. Most
you're
people
not
haven't even
paying
tuned in yet.
You're pouring your soda, your beverage.
I heard a statistic that people decide whether they want to watch a video or not in the first 20 seconds.
So hook them with
Is that how you are? Like if you're watching a YouTube video, do you give it 20 seconds? Is it shorter than that or do you give it longer than
I
that?
backed out of a lot of YouTube videos.
Yeah.
I skip before I back out.
Yeah, I think I do too. I don't go like, no, forget this. I just, after 20 seconds, I'd probably move to the middle or something.
Or I look at the first comment and I see if it's time stamped. Actual instructions start here, 2:45.
Not me.
Click on that.
I'm hard on the commitment. So when I click a link, I see it through to the end. No
Oh,
backing
wow.
out.
No matter what.
No
rabbit
back
hole.
out no matter what. That's why I got to be real careful about the links I click
Yeah.
because I have a rule.
Hey, remember Coney 2012? Check this out. Oh, no.
Oh, no. I
Well,
got
I'm here.
rickrolled
Hi.
again.
I can't, I'm not going to be able to make it. I'm not going to be able to make it. Yeah. I'll just see you tomorrow. Bye.
Yeah.
Okay. I hope they catch him.
Committed.
Anyway, Coney 2012 is kind of the topic of tonight's show. We're having a little bit of a discussion. Coney 2021, where do we stand? Where do you
Where's
stand
he at?
on the
Yeah, it's no longer
controversy?
invisible children. It's invisible 20-somethings.
Yeah.
So we need a whole
Yeah,
new,
they're older now.
Yeah, whole new documentary.
Yeah.
Let's get it going again.
That's a bad joke about child warriors. That's really insensitive about the
Oh, is that what it was? I didn't even know.
Yeah, it's like
child
Raiden
warriors of
from-
Africa. I'm sorry,
Metal
everybody.
Gear.
This is a
actually-
comedy show. Yeah, that
Yeah.
was a joke. That cover it? Okay.
Yeah.
You got it.
As long as we say that's what it was, then we're good. I honestly didn't ever know what it was about.
You didn't ever wonder who the invisible children were?
I really never, I'm being serious, I never knew.
What?
I was late to the party because we knew some of the people
Wait.
that were like involved in that organization.
What do you
stuff
know
like
about
that.
Coney, though? What do you think that is?
He was like a pirate or something. No, like it's
sounds
not a joke. Like
God.
he's like killing people or something.
He's a warlord.
Yeah.
Like George Sears, a.k.a. Solidus Snake,
What? No.
who trained child soldiers in Africa. This is what Coney was up to.
Yeah, I don't
It's-
know
I think
that.
Garrett's getting the properties confused. You're mixing video games and YouTube
That's where
videos.
Jack the Ripper came from. That's where YouTube
Anyways.
and reality kind of merge.
No, I'm being serious.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know who he was. I thought he was like just doing, like he's like hitting people with I don't know. He had a gun or something. I really didn't know. So I apologize if I didn't do my part in catching Coney.
He dressed in
I
military
almost said
fatigues.
COVID.
You're over there giggling.
I really, this is all like weighing on me. Sorry.
The gravitas of Coney 2012.
I feel like I could have done more. The classic phrase from Forrest Gump. You remember how doesn't he die? I was surprised. That was last week, right? We talked about Forrest
you know who
Gump.
Forrest Gump is,
too,
right?
yeah.
I was surprised how many people responded to that podcast with, "Wait, he doesn't die in the end?"
What are you talking about?
For some reason, Forrest Gump, there was like people a lot, like
Why do you think he dies? Who thinks Forrest?
there were a lot of people that I talked to that didn't.
At what point does Forrest does it imply that he even comes close to dying?
Exactly.
Well, I mean, he's in the war. He came close, but he
That's
didn't die.
like halfway point.
Yeah.
His friend Lieutenant Dan and him survive the war
Yeah.
and start Bubba Gump
you're-
Shrimp with his war buddy.
You're saying when did he come close to dying? He did come close.
No, he didn't.
In war.
No.
Some bit me.
I mean, anybody in war is close.
No. He was the least
now we got a semantic
close
debate.
of anybody. And okay, to
I-
clarify my statement,
near
what
an
leads you to believe that Forrest Gump does not survive that film?
Nothing, but nothing. I think it's people who haven't seen it in a long
I think
time.
they just remember a tombstone at the end, and they don't remember.
Yeah.
It's
who's
Jenny that died.
Yeah, and I
So they
think
get
some people who haven't seen it in
confused.
20 years went, "Wait, he doesn't die at the end?" But didn't someone on the set have that moment last week? Like somebody here was like, "Doesn't he die at the end?" Didn't somebody say that?
Wasn't me.
Maybe
I might have,
maybe I made
but-
that up.
That just, I don't know. It's such a classic. Forrest Gump is like a wholesome, victorious. It has a happy ending.
Yeah.
I just can't imagine watching a movie with like a triumphant ending and then 20 years later flipping it like, oh yeah, he died.
That maybe they think he
What?
Does
No,
he
he didn't.
Maybe they think his soul blew away like that feather. Like they just blur out all
God.
together.
He
You
set-
know,
he set
doesn't his
flowers
soul-
onto his own grave.
I haven't seen Babe in so long.
Yeah.
But
Don't
the
they eat
pig
that pig?
dies at the end. It's so sad.
Man, when they cut him up and just eat him, oh,
They just make bacon
when
out
they
of it.
roast that little
I don't know.
friend.
That's how I remember it.
Uh,
That's weird. That's got to be like a Mandela effect.
That's what I'm
Cruel.
saying. It's like in some other universe, Forrest Gump died. That's how you can.
wow.
That's how you could differentiate where the fork in the dimensional road was. Yeah. So what happened to Forrest Gump? That's the script of a movie. Is somebody keeps doing that? Do you guys see that movie yesterday? Did we talk about that?
Oh, yeah, the
Where he
Beatles.
asks about the Beatles are gone, but every now and then something else will come up. Like, hey, just give me a Coke. What's a Coke? And he'll go, oh, that's another thing that's different in wherever I am. That's going to be ours. Is like did Forrest Gump. So how's Forrest Gump doing? What do you mean he's dead? Aha. I'm not in the correct dimension.
They never
Anyway.
wrote the sequel.
Yeah, didn't happen. Anyway, we don't need another second week of talking about Forrest Gump. I think
Probably
we'll
not.
Who
move
brought
on
this
from
up?
that. Let's do a special, but you know what? We'll wrap it up here. Let's do a special Forrest Gump edition of the theme song. Johnny, on Tuesday when you edit this podcast, just kind of Gumpatize.
I can do it.
Yeah, Derek could do it.
Here we go. Forrest Gump edition of the theme song. Doop 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 doop, and then put. Wait, that is that's Seinfeld.
That's Saving Private Ryan.
Shit, that was the riff to Seinfeld. Okay, you're gonna have to take that audio and
Modify it.
remix that.
Remix it to be Gump.
We probably got a copyright claim on that.
Yeah, do a Gump remix.
No,
Johnny.
I was under the Vine time.
Oh, the limit. Yeah,
Vine
yeah.
time. Yeah.
Yeah.
7
He was
seconds.
within Vine time. It's
Like-
Rhine time. Anyway,
Like a TikTok kind of time limit.
theme song.
doop 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 boop boo doop 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 boop boo doop 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 boop boo doop 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 doop. That's Seinfeld.
That's Saving Private Ryan. Hey, I want to bring something up because it's gone unaddressed long enough.
Okay.
Today is a very special day.
Yeah.
And I don't think, let's cut the BS. No more Gump, fun Gump talk.
What? What are you talking
No
about?
more any of that. Today's a very special day. I want to say happy birthday, Garrett. It is Garrett's birthday
That's
today.
It
How
is.
often does the podcast fall on Garrett's birthday?
Hey, everybody.
So-
Once every 7 years.
Thanks
Yep.
for coming and thanks for wishing me such a well wish today. I sure do appreciate it. Thank you, Rocco.
Happy birthday, Garrett.
It's thanks, Derek. It's a day that I spent in. I think I kind of gave you a preface last week of what I wanted to do on the birthday. Consisted of baking a pie, playing video games. Went right according to plan, right along schedule, like down 100% down the wire.
Awesome.
Great, couldn't ask for more.
Well, we know that you also did want, we know you wanted to do more than that. So
What
we're going
does
to be
that mean?
celebrating all this
No.
podcast. We're going to be talking
Kind
about
of got it out.
Garrett moments. We're going to reveal his age. We're going to
Well, that's okay.
share his, all his birthday secrets.
I thought we
We're-
got it out, Derek. I thought I just kind of covered it and we could move on. Do you? I mean,
Fine by me, because,
see, he's with
I'm
me.
a sweetheart. So it's your birthday. I say you're the
Garrett
I'm in
can do-
control.
Garrett can do whatever he wants.
Prince
It's your
Garrett.
party.
Why did I started singing that again in the studio on Friday?
There is for those who don't know, maybe you're new to, birthdays. There is a Chuck E. Cheese commercial on YouTube. Search Chuck E. Cheese, It's My Party. And it's the worst jingle a company ever came up with, where they keep showing this kid and it goes, it's my party. It's like a robot. It's like Daft Punk.
It's so
is getting
high-pitched.
stabbed in the throat. So anyway, for some reason that came up in my recommended this year, maybe because it was your birthday.
I was trying to drop a hint on Friday. I was over here painting, and I was just humming away, whistling while I worked. It's
Yeah.
my party.
Yeah.
Let it out.
That jingle, I think Brian originally found it, 10 years ago. And he set all our computers to just do that over and over and over again.
Oh yeah.
So there was one day that I was just on an infinite loop. Anyway, so every time it pops into my head, or like the other day it came up in my recommended, I texted immediately to him. Just send it to
Payback.
him. Yeah.
We gotta send Eric a dog fact.
Oh yeah, I
Reminds
haven't
me.
done that in a while.
Yeah, that was the rebranding of the Chuck E. Cheese mascot, where he was like more rat-like, kind of like a long-snouted animated.
Is
rat.
he? I don't know. I thought this was before that. I think he's still in his rollerblade gear.
Oh, that's what I'm thinking of.
in the 90s for like a
Yes.
minute, or for most of the 90s actually, they just put him in like rollerblade gear. Like, how
Yeah.
did that make him? That made him cooler.
He had
I
a
guess?
helmet.
Yeah, I guess.
Wearing a
This
helmet's
this
never
rat
cool.
rollerblades now. Okay, now I'll go here. Yeah, I didn't really.
All
understand that.
kids know wearing a helmet is never fucking cool. You can't wait till you turn 18. You don't have to have one on when you're riding your bike. Did anyone else look forward to that? Was that just me?
What was that? Was
Riding
that a
the
rule?
bike with no helmet.
Yeah, like, yo, I can't wait to not have to wear a helmet when I'm riding my bike. I'm not going to fall off my bike.
Is that a thing where when you're 18 you don't have to do that?
Yeah.
It's not a law after 18.
Really?
I remember I was
I
like
never thought about
afraid
that.
of getting a ticket. So I was
Yeah.
because there was like a state beach we'd always go camping at, and I always had to ride my,
Oh.
as a kid, ride my fucking
That's
bike
interesting.
with a helmet.
I always, for some reason, I always thought that was always a law. Like seatbelt in your car. Like I never thought about that.
I'm 16.
Yeah.
I want to feel the wind in my hair as I pump my BMX. I got front pegs and back pegs.
Yeah.
I think at 16 you can get away with it because the cop's not gonna know.
True. I got away with
Look at
more.
that 16-year-old. But you don't know that when you're 16. You're like, I don't look old enough to not have my helmet on.
Yeah.
Got a lot of
That's all.
messages saying that they couldn't believe my age that I discussed on the podcast last week,
Mm-hmm.
where I said that I was going to be 39. They say, no way. How could you look 30? I don't see
Yeah.
it. There's no way.
Yeah. You don't look that much older than me. To me, that I don't know than what age, but
Yeah, I
you've
think.
aged well.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
We've been spending so much time with each other, though. I think we all look the same until I see old videos, and then it's like, oh,
Yeah, I was digging up. There was some footage. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Jesus Christ.
Everything okay?
Eric sent me a fucking dog fact.
Oh God, he got to you before.
Oh, no.
I'm
That's
glad I gave him the
bullshit.
assist.
That's my gag. Why did you say that? Oh my God.
I
The-
gave you the assist on that.
Did you
Eric.
know
gotta
that
admit.
the tallest dog in the world is 44 inches tall? Great.
Really? That's it.
Fuck yeah, me and Eric, the Bash Brothers.
Eric, sleep with what do they call it? No, do not disturb mode on tonight. That's all I have to say for you.
Yeah.
You're gonna wake up. Your text plan has gone over your limit. I'm sorry. Do people still have that text limit? I don't know.
Yeah.
No, really. When did that go? When did that go away?
I think I still pay for a text.
Do
plan.
they still have that?
Yeah. You get $1,500
Really? That
a month.
like,
yeah.
Yeah. That's that man. That is like around when iMessage came around. I feel like that's when that went away.
Just do it a la carte. 5 cents a text, baby.
Yeah, wasn't that a thing too?
Yeah, I did that for a long.
I think I did too. I was
Yeah.
like, you know what? I text people back like so little, just charge me. Yeah, I don't know. That's like the only. Now when people call me, I'm like, oh my God. Sean still calls me a lot. Like
Yeah, Sean calls me
he will
every once in a
call
while.
instead of texting, and it's usually when I'm trying to do something with my phone. Like it's so funny because like you text, it's not a big deal, but like I'll be streaming, and then a call ends
Oh.
the stream. Like just the phone ringing, the stream's over. It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
So if you
airplane
see
mode it.
streams going up on our archive channel and they suddenly end, that's what happened.
Sean
me.
called.
That happened when I was during MLK week. I was doing a stream in my closet at home, I was showing like stuff I had uncovered in there as I was cleaning it out, and I was showing stuff, and then it just abruptly ends. They've changed the iPhone where now a phone call doesn't take over the whole screen. It just, a little unobtrusive little pop-up like, hey, you're getting a call, by the way.
Okay.
Oh, so that's cool, but it like doesn't matter. It still ends whatever you're doing. So it's like, oh, thanks for being unobtrusive, but you've killed the stream and everything I had doing. Okay. So anyway. So that's annoying, and then the phone call will be like, are you going to stream today? Yeah, you could have texted me that. He's not here today. We should point out.
Yeah, he celebrated my birthday a little too hard.
Yeah. Well, let's be real.
Sure.
I said the wrong thing last week, and I paid the price, and so did he, and I apologize. When I said, "Ooh, 7:40, a little late today," when he was leaving,
oh yeah,
that was wrong, and I apologize. That was wrong for me to say that. The joke was that it was early.
You kind of,
but I don't think that came across. Yeah.
You kind of put him through hell when he was trying to go home.
Yeah. So I apologize. I couldn't tell if I actually pissed him off or if that was a bit.
I don't think he cared.
Yeah, I don't think he
I
cared.
don't think he gave a fuck.
Yeah.
We're all so used to each
to be
other.
frank.
It's just
and honest, yeah.
you right, Johnny. You get it.
That's a thumbs up from
Yeah,
Johnny.
thumbs up from the silent
He
partner
gets it.
there.
Mhm.
Kevin, you get it, right?
It's a nod from Kevin.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
thanks.
Anyway.
They're here. They get it.
Yeah.
Sean's not here. Go figure.
Anyway. What have you guys been up to this week?
Garrett?
Well,
I've had jack shit
you
happening.
guys don't feel like sharing.
No,
I'll
seriously.
get into it.
The podcast is a challenge because I've like been I've been like indoors working on stuff. I don't have like last week I came in and I was like, I was really tired because we had done our streams all week and I was working on other stuff. And I was just sitting here like, I don't even know where I have no.
Yeah. All of MLK week was super fun to do though.
Yeah.
And that stuff's all going up on the archives channel.
Mhm.
So you can check that stuff out. But that was a lot of fun. But this week, shit, I'm kind of with you guys. I've been trying to play more video games now that there's a patch to the problem I had and I talked about on our podcast.
Oh,
with
yeah.
Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
But I can't bring myself to give two shits. I'm just still. I went back to Last of Us 2, so now I'm back into that. I'm like Seattle Day
Speed
3.
running that one.
Just, you know what the fucking problem with me is? That game has this checkpoint system where you can just restart 1 minute ago.
Yeah.
And I could do it better without wasting those two raw bottle Molotovs. I could probably do a choke first, then go around and place a bomb for the dog. So I end up doing the same encounters like 7 times to maximize efficiency. And then I'm just finding full items everywhere. Oh, here's some stuff. I'm full. Here's this other thing I need. I'm full.
Yeah.
I got to learn to just
and like
blast
it's one of those
through.
things like where you play a game and you're at the final boss and you have like 15,000 health packs and stuff like that. It's like I didn't need that.
Yeah. That was how it was for me when I beat Breath of the Wild. There were so many things I saved. Yeah. Oh, something's coming up. I'm saving everything. And then I'm in like the last fight and it's like
you've got
I'm still saving
weapons.
these things?
Yeah.
Like what? I'm just gonna throw my entire inventory at this guy. I'm like throwing shovels at this fucking guy. Like, but I don't know if you did this with Last of Us 2. The thing that made that game better to me is there's so many accessibility options in it. When you go down the list, I mean, it is literally anything you could think of. It's like, hey, do you want to have captions for this kind of thing or have them automatically do this or do? It's really cool, actually, the way that they did it. But one of the options you could turn on is automatically pick up items where you don't press a button.
What the
you
fuck?
walk by it and she goes and just grabs it.
That's like the best perk I could ever ask for.
Oh, so I turned that on, and that game, it's almost like turning on God mode in a game because I think half the challenge in that game is having supplies or missing them or whatever.
Right.
Well, now I walk into the room and Ellie is just, she's like some kind of like goddess being. She just starts going, when she walks into the room, she almost looks like a Resident Evil villain. Like
yeah, she knows where everything is.
And then I've got like, you have 18 rolls of tape. You have 22,000
That's
bullets.
great.
I'm like,
I need to turn that on because I spend so much time also crawling every nook and cranny of that
I
game.
do that too. I have to clear a room before going the next.
Yeah, and I'm looking at everything. I just am going through the front entrance of the Seattle Convention Center where PAX is held,
yeah.
and it's interesting seeing like, hey, here's where they chose to like stop the accurate architecture. But God, this whole front section of this building I
It's like
explored is
you want to go to Cheesecake Factory?
yes,
Yeah.
and it says like restaurant.
I kept meaning to bring that up when it closer to when it came out, but yeah, you really do go all the places we go for PAX.
Yeah.
Like you can explore those places in that game. But Garrett, it's almost a year since that game came out, and
I took this
I'm
long for
kind
the
of
first
blown
one.
away. Oh, really?
I didn't beat the first one until it came out on the PS4, the remaster.
Oh, okay.
I started over
This
again.
one is longer too, so
Yeah.
yeah, the game is longer.
Sure. I just keep at it little by little, but
But you beat Ff7 Remake. You already
Yeah,
did that.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay,
Did
that
that.
was a while ago. For
And
some
then
reason, I thought you
some.
were still like waiting on that.
no, I went back and kept exploring stuff too in that. I'll put that back every once in a while and play.
Yeah.
But yeah, trying to focus on Last of Us right now.
Yeah, I'm not like playing anything. I go through phases of like, wow, I can't. Oh man, I'm playing so many different games that I can't stop, and I just want to, finish this fast so I could, finish all my work fast so I can get back to playing and this and that. And I'm in the opposite phase right now. I'm just like, nah, I'm not like anything that I wanted to finish. I think I did. I'm like, I'm excited for like the Mario thing that's coming out next month, so I'm just kind of waiting for that. Like I could play more of that
right.
Mario collection. That like I never finished that, but I've played those games before, and I don't want to like Mario out before next month. You know what I mean? So I haven't really played anything. I picked up what did I get? Oh, I got Yakuza Like a Dragon. That's on the way, and I haven't played that yet.
Which version?
Once the PS5 update comes out for it, I'll play it.
Okay.
But that's it. I'm just kind of sitting on that. And Mario Maker 2 was on sale too, and I never played that, so I'll check that out at some point. But
I keep picking up Switch games, and I just never use my Switch. I don't know about you guys. I know you use yours pretty often.
I play mine more than the other
consoles.
Yeah.
I'm still just like trying to use my PS5 every night for at least an hour or two.
Oh yeah.
But I never fuck with the Switch.
Yeah.
I keep buying software for that too.
Yeah.
Because there are no PS5 games.
Yeah.
Switch
yeah.
stuff keeps going on sale though. So
Yeah. I got a lot of stuff around the end of the year, but I just never. Yeah, didn't. Yeah, I haven't been playing anything this year so far. But yeah, I'm waiting on all that, and then something's coming in April too. What was it? There's like a big thing coming April. Shit, now I can't remember. When is it? There's that one that's that
Zelda.
No, what is it?
hasn't been
Next month.
announced,
Oh,
right?
next month. What the next thing I'm going to play is people kept telling me about Control.
Oh, the PS5.
That game Control. Isn't the PS5 version out next month?
I think so.
But they're
really?
but it's gonna be free on PS Plus. They announced. I think, unless I'm crazy, the PS5 version of that game is gonna be free.
Okay.
That's what
Yeah,
people
I always heard that was people were always telling me about that.
people recommended that to me for a long time.
Yeah.
But it's on there with a list of games I've already paid for. So
Yeah.
who knows?
Yeah, people kept telling me, "Oh, Rocco, you like Lost. You'll love Control." It's like, okay, I don't see any island shit on this, but I wanted to check that out. I'll finally do it.
Derek, are you getting that new Mario 3D World remaster, I guess, on the Switch?
No, I haven't played Switch since before Animal Crossing came out. I think
Really?
Switch-
Yours is like super unused.
Yeah, I think the last thing I played on Switch was Golf Story.
Well, you got that Mario thing in the fall, right? You do, I think.
All Stars?
But aside from that,
Yeah, I guess I was playing Mario All Stars, but I think I got Golf Story afterwards.
yeah.
But yeah, I haven't touched the Switch, and I don't know. Nothing has really come out that has grabbed my attention. in
Yeah,
the past year.
last year it was like really was just Animal Crossing and then remasters of stuff. Like there really wasn't.
Right. Mario
That-
35 was
it,
cool.
that that Mario collection was like kind of mind blowing how little effort they put into it.
I really did not
But
touch
those
it.
games are good, like so I played those. But yeah, it was kind of it was an off
I
year.
did pick that up. I started with Mario Sunshine, big mistake. Totally
Yeah.
burnt me out on all of those games.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I even tried to play Mario Galaxy, but sad to say, it really didn't do anything for me.
Oh, I love Mario Galaxy,
I
but
know. And Sean too. I think you guys say it's your favorite one, but I don't know. I couldn't get into it.
yeah, I love it. But that collection was so. They put so little effort into it that there's literally prompts that are like these are like Wii control. I don't know how to describe it. Like
Yeah, didn't they patch it?
it thinks
in the
it's a Wii
buttons?
game still. Like it would bring things up like you know what I mean? Like they make you use the touch screen to
Press
like collect
Z.
stuff because normally you'd wave the Wii remote to pick those up. It was the presentation was bad.
Huh, okay.
It was really like not it's like you really couldn't even adjust this to fit the Switch. Like I don't know. I didn't really like how it was presented. I still really like that game, but I found myself not wanting to play it in that collection because I was kind of put off by the way it was presented. I don't know how to describe that.
You're for sure getting this 3D world though.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. That game was good. I like the new mode that they're adding to it and all that.
That's
stuff.
what
So,
I'm most
yeah.
excited for. Brian and I played the old Wii U version
Oh yeah.
on the PPS on last Wednesday.
Mhm.
And I had surprisingly a lot of fun just running through the levels. I was just currently in like World 2 somewhere.
Yeah.
So I was just running through random levels and it was like, wow, I forgot like this has nods to like old Mario 2 levels. There was there was a lot of fun stuff in that game.
Yeah.
And I probably will buy it at full price and then it'll sit there sealed again because I never play Mario games, but
Yeah.
I don't know. For the collection, man, you just got to have it.
No, I'm looking forward to
Mints in
that. 'Cause-
case.
Yeah, and that's why I didn't want to like burn myself out on Mario before because I want to play that. That game was. I always thought it was kind of like safe, but it was really well done.
Sure.
Safe, you know what I mean? But the Cat Mario stuff was good. I'm just excited because once that comes out, we can repost our video we did about that in the Wii U era, where we threw that cat in a dumpster. That's what I'm most excited for. I love that video.
That cat.
That cat.
My cat.
I think it's somewhere around. Yeah. That dummy cat is laying right next to me, but that's okay.
Yeah, I'm surprised we didn't put out a video this week.
Nothing
Considering
came out?
GameStop stock
Oh, that's
is
right.
the number one story in America
Yeah.
and the world. I wish Sean was here because he's the only person I know who heard that story and ran out and bought GameStop stock.
Did he actually do it?
I think so.
Oh,
and I want to
okay.
know if he made
We all
money
talked
on
about it this week, but I didn't know he ran out and got some
He got like
before the
I
cutoffs.
think he got like $20 worth. He says he's like, I want to dip my toe in. I was like, you're gonna walk away with a cool $59, man.
Hey,
Score.
hey, you know Sean. He'll be stoked about
He will.
that.
He will.
I told him that, and he was like,
jazzed.
absolutely easiest money I ever made.
Yeah, yeah.
as long as he comes out on top.
That story's huge. I'm a hypocrite now bringing it up because I think I'm tired of hearing about it. But only in the sense that it seems like I didn't know so many of my friends were like experts at stock trading in the stock market.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
But,
saw people talking about it. I would have never guessed.
yeah,
were
my-
interested in day
People I
trading.
never thought like could add 2 and 2 suddenly know what short selling and hedge funds are and all this shit.
Yeah. People I know who only post about like I think they painted the new Red Ranger figure wrong, or suddenly tweeting like, "This is not the type of stock you listen.
Yeah.
This is how you need to purchase it this way." It's like,
This
okay.
girl I went to high school with, I haven't talked to her in like 15 years. She
Yeah.
was like some beauty queen. I posted an article about it. She commented, "This is market manipulation," and I was like, "Holy shit!"
Ooh, on fire.
Yeah.
That's
Fuck with people's
that's
money,
mu-
man.
you
They pay
know,
attention.
bringing out the economic fury.
A lot of
times.
times when the timeline on any kind of social media is all on like one subject.
Yeah.
A lot of times I feel like I'm just speaking for myself, that I feel tacky kind of throwing something else out there that isn't related. It's like, oh man, everyone is talking about this subject. I'll tweet about my fucking Pirates of the Caribbean book later, or something, whatever like that. But when all this stock stuff was happening, I was the opposite. I was like, okay, I need to clean the timeline of stocks. There are too many stocks right now. Okay, get ready for a picture of, I don't know what I don't remember what I
Hatsune
posted.
Miku
Invest
Yeah,
in that.
Hatsune Miku. That's what
in
I'm
a thong
I
Can you
just
invest in
bikini.
Hatsune Miku?
Yes.
Can Mega64 go public? You can invest in us.
Yeah.
Well, what would that be like?
We'll inflate the value. Don't
What
worry.
would that be like? I read
Valuable.
the Nike book where
Yeah.
the dude who made Nike talks in the back, like the end of the book, taking his
Yeah.
company public.
Okay.
And he was like, I had to sign the papers and get it all done. And then they called me on the phone. They're like, the deal is done. And he's like,
Wow.
made $126 million that day.
Wow.
Or something like he basically became a multi-millionaire.
Yeah.
with,
That's too much money,
Vast
man.
wealth empire.
Mo money, mo problems.
Exactly. Now where's he going to spend it all? You know, that's the big one. That's the big problem. That book was awesome.
That book was awesome. I cannot remember if I finished it, but I remember you. I think you got that for me.
Yeah, I
read
did
it
because
immediately.
I know that you always talked about reading like the Master P book when we were younger.
Yeah, and the Walmart book, like the
And the
Sam
Walmart
Walton's
book,
book about
yeah.
Walmart. Yeah,
And you know, the business books or whatever, but I feel like when it's an interesting personality,
Yeah.
you'll dig it. And I thought that guy was cool.
yeah,
And it's
The
funny
Nike
because
guy.
he's not, you know, he's like a collegiate runner, not
Yeah.
my kind of crowd.
yeah.
But I really enjoyed his stories of, you know, just I like to run. I wrote an essay about shoes and I got out of college. Like, what am I going to do? Well, I wrote that essay about shoes. They don't sell them in America. Maybe
Yeah.
I'll try to sell those. And that's how Nike was born.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It seemed like a really ragtag kind of story.
Yeah, I like business success stories when it's from someone relatable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If
And-
it's just some executive, then it's like I don't know. But like again, I read Master P's book just because I heard it was funny.
Yeah.
and then I'm reading it and I'm like, no, this is actually like valuable. Like this is really good.
And I thought you specifically would like that book because he has to deal with Japanese businessmen.
yeah, yeah,
And I don't know if you got to a part later on, but he kind of fucks with them a little bit, which is something you do not do. Big no-no. The big thing about that book that he learns early on is in Japanese business, like the deal is held and respected no matter what.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
it
yeah,
was
yeah.
like, get it in the deal. If you want to fuck them over when you're making the deal.
Yeah.
Because if it's in the deal, okay, we agreed to it. Sure, cool. If you try to fuck them over after the deal is made, that
Yeah.
is like the, you know, worst thing you could do
Yeah.
in that business world. And he kind of has to, you know, he does that in the end of the book. And it's a really fascinating part.
Did they send the Yakuza after him?
They send a guy from the Japanese company. I think he's called the Iceman.
Oh,
and
Oh,
Shit.
Iceman cometh.
yeah,
This is
basically,
like
he's
Jin's
like,
story
this
in
is
Lost.
like a very, very serious Japanese businessman. All he does is smoke cigarettes and add numbers.
Ooh.
And basically, I mean, he was in business with this Japanese company and he was kind of fudging his numbers a little bit because he didn't want to, they were going to buy his company out and he didn't want to scare him away. but
Okay.
then he ran into some financial troubles and basically had to come clean. So they sent the Iceman down to calculate, all right, like how bad have you fucked us?
Gonna do some inventory.
And it was like a make or break moment. Yeah. It was a good book. I enjoyed it.
Yeah,
Very
I did too. I
Shoe
honestly,
Dog.
I don't think I finished it. Pisses me off. I don't know where it is right now. I'm thinking about it. I'm like, I know where most of my stuff is at my house, but I can't picture where that is. So maybe I just absorbed it and threw it away.
Maybe you did.
No, I don't think I did.
You know, I haven't been playing video games recently. I got the PS5 and I'm still waiting for that big game to come out.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. I think we were all on the same page.
But I've been watching Netflix.
I got it.
Nice.
I've been watching the Night Stalker documentary on
I
Netflix.
just finished that.
Yeah, the story of I'm not going to say who it is because the way this documentary
I
is
liked that.
presented, it was maybe the scariest documentary I've ever watched. The Night Stalker is a serial killer who was active in LA in the 80s. And this documentary is from the police officer's point of view. And so they are just cops that start getting strange murders coming in. And they slowly piece together the clues and they think like, holy shit, we think we have a serial killer here.
How are
But
they gonna figure it out?
what's crazy about this and the way they present it, they present the Night Stalker as a super serial killer, somebody who they've never experienced before because he kills all kinds of people and he strikes in all kinds of neighborhoods. And I'm watching this movie and it's fucking freaking me out. It's a documentary. It's like a 3-part documentary.
It's gory too. There's a lot of crime scene photos.
And I've been locking all my doors and windows all day, not just at night, all day.
Good. Yeah.
And I know you say good, but I'm the type of person where I kind of leave the door open, like I'm leaving the house. I'll be back later. I won't fuck with it. I'm very relaxed. Sure. Not anymore. I'm in Garrett mode now. And last night, I haven't told anybody this, but I straight up had a nightmare last night that somebody was prowling in my backyard, like looking through the houses. Cause I've been, after it was done, I did a little Wikipedia research. I had some questions about the Night Stalker and it got into my head, man. And now I'm having these dreams about him. So the Night Stalker is it's like a 3-part or 5-part documentary on Netflix. It's not super long. It's really interesting. It's very scary. Watch it late at night and have a good time.
With the lights off.
With the lights off and the doors unlocked, I fucking dare you. Watch this late at night with the doors unlocked and see how long you can make it. Kevin's over there laughing like he really wants to try it.
I really did like the way that it was presented. I went in kind of knowing everything, but then my girlfriend who I was watching with had no idea. So it was cool seeing like her experience, like all of those twists and turns along the story. It was cool.
I don't need to go on a podcast and listen to every serial killer story ever made. But I feel like there's a handful of 5 or maybe 10 really famous serial killers.
Oh yeah.
Excuse me.
That's why I knew about this one, because every high school goth kid is like romancing, Charles Manson and Ed Gein and
I had a passing
Lady
knowledge
Bathory.
of him too, so I was interested in watching this, and I watched the Ted Bundy one.
Oh,
a few
yeah.
months back. And I wouldn't mind if they continued doing the
Henry
famous
Lee
serial
Lucas.
killers like Charles Manson, Jeffrey Dahmer.
Dahmer's a
Gacy.
great one. Yeah, Gacy.
Who do you want to put on the list?
I don't remember. There was chocolate milk there. No, but no, yeah.
I told Sean on Friday at work here, hey man, I know you keep saying you're done with the murder porn podcast and all that shit, but
freak.
I just finished the Night Stalker, and I think it's on Netflix. It's like 4 episodes. How many episodes was it, Derek?
It's 5 at most.
5.
I want to
Yeah.
say it's pretty short. It's not like 13 or anything like that.
Yeah, it's not as blown out as they used to get with like those docuseries, like that Truth About Cats and Dogs or whatever.
Truth About Cats and Dogs.
Don't fuck with the
chilling Uma Thurman documentary where Janine Garofalo exposes the hideous nature of dating and why you should
That.
Hi,
that-
Luca
Talk about
Magnotta.
drawn out. Yeah. Don't fuck
Janine
with cats.
Garofalo.
Disgusting.
I'd fuck me.
Anyway.
Yeah, anyway, that shit was way too long. But this was a nice tight package. And I told Sean, like, you should check it out. I know you're over it, but look into it.
He'll watch it.
And I didn't spoil anything for him. I'm like,
I rarely stick with a show on Netflix. Like, I'll pop it on for an episode.
Yeah.
Maybe. Like, The Queen's Gambit Lost. Because I didn't buy it.
Yeah, no.
I watched like an episode and a half. But this one, I was hooked. So, my kind of thing. I recommend it.
I've mentioned this on here before. I've been watching that WandaVision show on Disney Plus.
Everybody's raving
yeah.
about episode 4.
Yeah, it was a really good episode, but I'll tell you what, I'm not going to spoil anything or go into any.
Can I say,
plot
I want to
shit.
hear what you have to say, but
Yeah.
what I haven't watched it, but
Me
on
neither.
social media, everybody's just like, holy shit,
Yeah.
episode 4.
Oh, really?
WandaVision has arrived.
Yeah.
oh, really?
And I don't know what this
Because
means.
it's been this kind of tweaked show where everyone's kind of going, what is happening and what really is going on?
Yeah.
And this
Now
one
it clicks.
answered all of it.
Okay.
And it, to me, has exposed how screwed up people's patience with TV has become. People were already impatient with TV. I mean, we lived through Lost, where it was just like, can you get to it? But at least people would watch a whole season or they'd watch, whatever. This one, oh my gosh, it was like, they were 3 episodes in and people were going, I'm done with this shit. They're not, fuck off.
Things are fucking black and white.
This 4th episode, Derek, literally answered any mystery that was in the show. Imagine Lost got 4 episodes in and they went, all right, you want to know what the fucking island is? Guess what? long time ago an alien crashed this. I'm just making this up. I'm not spoiling Lost for anybody who didn't see it. But anyway,
Right.
but you know what I mean? Imagine if they did that. That's what this episode was. And so it was a really good episode. But I my honest thought was that was cool. I also was good for like a dozen more weird episodes before you told me all this. But
Okay.
okay,
Yeah, cat's
but it
out
was
of the
still
bag.
like good. It became more of a like, oh, this is a fucking Marvel comic book now, as opposed to the first three were kind of like, I don't know what I'm watching. This is just
Yeah.
kind of tweaked.
You know-
so whatever. It's cool, and the episodes are. I actually admire.
What are they,
It's
like 20
doing good
minutes?
storytelling in like they're like 32-minute episodes. It's not too long or anything like that. I don't know. I think yeah, it's
was,
cool. I dig it.
I was having a conversation with Johnny the other day about TV shows
Yeah.
when they first start, and he brought up this point that like pilots oftentimes are kind of like a movie. You know, you kind of have to
Yeah.
tell an entire story in your
Yeah.
pilot. And then I came back and said, well, I feel like back in the day, a lot of TV shows were based off of movies. And so, you know, like Hercules, The Legendary Journey was a
Yeah.
slow budget movie. Then it turned into a big show. Same with
Yeah.
shows like Ff7 Nikita and
Yeah.
a bunch of other, like
Oh, yeah.
Highlander
Mhm.
was a show. So you kind of have this movie, you tell the whole tale, and then you
Yeah.
get the show after it. And I feel like nowadays in the golden age of television, 4 episodes is that movie.
Yeah.
You need those 4 episodes
Yeah.
to kind of tell that whole story.
Yeah.
They're not doing the pilot that tells the whole story, and they're not
Yeah.
doing the movie that kickstarts the show. They're just
Yeah.
giving you a show, but they're really taking their time
Yeah.
with that first kind of full story being told, that full story
That
cycle.
makes sense.
Yeah.
And then once you're hooked, then they kick off to the rest of the show.
Yeah.
So, I mean, when you say WandaVision kind of clicks after episode 4 is interesting because for me, going all the way back to Game of Thrones,
Mhm.
I hated that show until the 4th episode.
Yeah.
And then it all clicked.
That's what I was just telling. Is everything okay, Johnny?
There's a file on there called Rocco's credit card. And then the number is 777. Just kidding.
Oh wow.
I'll be like, delete that.
That
file.
was something when Kevin Smith talked about when he went to dinner with Chevy Chase. Chevy Chase made him like, no, let me pay for the dinner. Let me pay for the dinner. I got something planned. And then that's what they did. He said when they brought the bill, he said, wait, I'll cover this. Ask me what my credit card number is. Oh, okay. What's your credit card number? 7.
Yeah.
And he's
Chevy
like, we just sat there in silence as no one laughed at that.
I don't get it.
It was
I
like,
don't get it.
okay, good. Okay, sorry about that. I don't
Chevy
know
fell
what
off.
happened.
Wait, I'm a smart guy. What was 7? Because he's old? Or
No one knows. I mean, really. to
did
this
he
day,
really? Like, if
Yeah.
Chevy Chase pulled a move and got like the credit card number 7.
Yeah.
He
I'd be
lost
impressed.
his talent, I think.
Wow.
No,
Whoa,
better
whoa.
never.
His talk show was there's like some
See,
bit
you're
where he-
laughing.
Yeah. Funny
I'm
stuff.
laughing at how flat some of the jokes fall
Yeah.
in that first pilot of his talk show. It's on YouTube.
The
You can
first
check it out.
pilot, not the second one.
Yeah.
They're all
Every
essentially.
episode is a pilot.
It really
'cause
was.
It's constantly
if you
being,
watch it,
are we going to pick this up or not?
yeah. If you watch it, that's how they all feel.
Yeah, the first 5 were all pilots.
Anyway, going back to what we were talking about, yeah, it's so funny that you mentioned the 4 episode thing. 4 episodes is how long I really give any show. Like in my head, that's mentally
Okay.
what I give it 4. After 4, if you can't like get it, if I'm still going, what is this about?
I don't.
You know,
I give it 1. I don't like.
Yeah.
I acknowledge the 4 episode thing works, and I reject it. I'm not giving you 4 episodes.
Gotta hook you in one.
I'm giving you 1 episode, and if it's good, I'll give you 1 more episode. You know, we're
Yeah.
on a month-to-month lease here. I could cancel at any time.
That's funny.
Episode-to-episode agreement.
No, I don't know. For me, I hate most shows after 1 episode. I think that's why I don't like. I've seen enough like bad. I don't know
Yeah.
pilots.
Me too.
Pilot episodes always feel like, oh, we got something to prove. Oh, we're gonna do our edgiest stuff here, you know. And then I
Yeah.
feel like they mellow out, and then after 4, I'm like, I'm sticking with you.
See, I kind of come at it from the opposite side, where everything has been done in a pilot. So, what makes you special? And we talked about how Silicon Valley opened with Kid Rock,
Yeah.
and that's all I need from a pilot. You
Yeah.
come in the gate being like, I know
Yeah.
you've seen TV before, so I'm gonna show you something you haven't seen.
Yeah,
As little as it is.
Yeah.
Just kind of that self-awareness. I think too many shows act like you've never seen a TV show or that this is the only TV show you're ever going to watch in your life. Just to take themselves too seriously, maybe, and just a little too slow. You know, they assume I'm going to give them 4 episodes, but I ain't. So sorry to bring the vibe down.
Gotta
I
grab
feel like
them in
everybody's
one.
like,
No.
man, 1 episode, Derek.
I'm
Jeez,
trying
this is
to-
a hard
No, there's
life.
just no, I've never seen a show where I could just like the first episode of Sopranos. I think is so hacky. Like I don't think it's very good, but
I liked. First
but it
episode
found
of
its
Sopranos.
like I don't know. The first one it wants to be Goodfellas really bad, and then it's only after a few that it really
But you know,
becomes what it.
I
you know.
remember watching that one and I thought it was funny. And to me,
Sure, yeah,
it
I
was
get that.
funny enough for me to keep watching. And I felt like this show, I don't know if I'll love it, but
Yeah.
hey, I'm laughing at him. I had a dispute with the guy. And then it's him like chasing him with the car.
Yeah.
And that's all I needed. Like that was enough for me to be like, okay,
Yeah.
I dig this show. And so many first episodes, like they're not funny, they're not entertaining, they're
Yeah.
not witty, they're just fucking boring and bad. And I'm
Yeah.
like, no. Like you said, you can't get past a lot of first episodes. I can't either.
Yeah. But anyway, going back to I don't know. That's all I had to say about
Going back to
Night
Netflix.
Stalker was what we were talking about.
yeah.
I watched this. Were you going to say something else?
I just wanted. I was gonna pause to plug a couple things, and then is that
Sure,
cool before
go
we
for it.
before we get to that? I wanted to let everyone know. I wanted to take a moment to thank our sponsors, but before that, I wanted to say we made a little announcement this afternoon, just a small little bit. We
That's right.
have officially announced that Saturday, February 13th, we have a special event for you at home. The Mega64 Olympic Board Games, the Ultimate Tabletop Tournament of Champions, is a new stream that we're going to be doing on Saturday, February 13th, starting around noon that day, Pacific. We are all really excited about this. Listen, we're heading into a new year where events are still canceled. You know, normally we'd be going out to maybe like PAX East coming up.
Oh,
or
yeah.
stuff like that. That's not happening. But we've really learned to embrace these kind of, these online events we've been doing have been so much fun. Have been a total blast.
After Hellfest,
This whole new
I'm like,
thing that we
yeah.
kind of discovered, we really have been having a blast with it. And we thought, you know what? It's Valentine's Day weekend. You're probably not doing much. I'm not.
I don't have
gonna
anything to
assume-
do.
Yeah, we're not going.
Sean said the same thing. He's like, Valentine's Day weekend, got nothing to do.
We're cooped up. Everyone's in the same boat. What better time? Let's play some board games.
Yeah.
Let's do it. So we're going to be playing board games, getting a little competitive, and maybe some other. I don't know how much more we want to say about it, or
Give him a taste, just a taste.
what. But
We have a whole day of programming planned. What will we be playing? Are those dice on the
Ooh,
yeah,
on the graphic a
What is
clue or a red herring to throw you off our trail?
oh,
We could be playing solitaire. You never know.
yeah. Maybe
Will there be? Oh, what?
Maybe all we wanted to do was catch our audience in the crossfire.
I mean, it's called the
Whoa.
Olympic
whoa.
Board Games. I don't see how Dungeons and Dragons can be competitive. Is this a competitive event?
Yeah.
Is there a huge prize for the winner? Or are we playing Dungeons and Dragons? I don't know.
Will someone become an Olympian?
Or are we just going to play solitaire? So many questions.
Yeah,
about
You
there
this
know,
are a
event.
lot of questions.
A lot of stuff.
Is it
could
me?
happen.
Is it you? Who knows? Guess who?
Ooh,
another question.
Another one.
Ooh.
So anyway, join us. Stay tuned for more info on
Will
that.
you get caught
Huh?
up in the crossfire? Crossfire.
Yeah,
That's the.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
He got it in again.
it's kind of fun getting into trouble.
What?
Am I the only one who remembers Crossfire, the board game?
No?
You guys have a
Yeah,
monopoly
I
on these
referenced it.
jokes, and I want in.
I remember Crossfire, but I've never actually played it.
You didn't play it?
I've
It got
never played. I
fucking-
never knew anybody who owned
Dude,
it.
it got
No, I
heated.
did. Same here. I just love the commercial.
The marketing campaign was
Yeah.
fire.
Those
Yeah.
marbles
Crossfire.
were heavy.
It didn't work though. Nobody got it.
Yeah.
Nobody bought
Yeah,
it, but
apparently
everybody
didn't
remembers the
work.
commercial.
None of us.
We all wanted it. Nobody got it.
I only played at a friend's house, but yeah, it was.
Oh, you said we have a monopoly on these jokes, and that was your joke. I
Oh,
just
yeah.
got it. Holy
See, it's
shit.
getting around.
Fuck. That guy.
Thank you.
So anyway, stay tuned for more info, but it's going to be a lot of fun. That's in 2 weeks, the Mega64 Olympic board games. So
Tune in.
stay tuned for that. We got a lot of exciting stuff planned. We're going to have, it's going to be an all-day event, and again, just like, again, we'd be normally going to like PAX or something around this time. That ain't happening. We'll have merch exclusives too, just like if we were going to a con, we'll have all kinds of stuff. So stay tuned. We got a lot more info to come over the next couple of weeks. So check that out. Also check out our sponsor tonight. Thank you. Shop.mega64.com. Kevin
us.
does a lot of work on the store side, and he said we were allowed to plug it tonight. And I want to say thank you for letting us do that. Shop.mega64.com has such great apparel, all kinds of fun stuff from the Mega64 universe. Just Friday, we restocked an item that's perfect for the season, the Mega64 flight jacket. That's in stock.
Oh, yeah.
In every size right now. We restocked that. We restocked the Mega64 electric shirt. And every week we like to do something called the 64-hour special. That's a shirt that's only around for 64 hours and then it's gone. This week we actually have some overstock from a previous design, the bizarre Rockin' Reaper shirt. This bootleg tee is available in it's available in low supply. Again, it's overstock from before. First come, first serve. It'll be up for 64 hours or as long as supplies last, whichever comes
Is that
first.
a Gibson
So,
SG? I think it's cool.
I'm not sure.
Looks
I'm not a
like it.
guitar guy. So I don't really
That's
know.
for, music heads.
Yeah.
People who like music.
Yeah.
Classic rock.
meatheads. We know music heads.
Yeah, I did get my Meatheads cheesesteaks shirt somewhere around here, but there's a place in I don't know where,
Philly.
New Jersey or
Jersey.
yeah, that makes cheesesteaks called Meatheads with a Z. And I didn't know about this, but obviously anything with a Z will make me laugh. So I did order a shirt from them. So I'll wear that on a future show. I don't have it with me.
Have you tried the food
No.
from there? Oh,
No.
okay. You got to get them
No.
through the mail.
It's all vegan.
It's all vegan. Yeah. It's crazy. Just nothing but sprouts with a Z. Anyway, we were talking before the plugs about, what was it?
Some Netflix bullshit.
No, what was it? Now I don't remember.
Damn.
Dang.
The documentary thing or something. Now we went back to that.
We wrapped that up.
Yeah, all that Night
I,
Stalker nonsense.
I watched a TV show last night called I Shouldn't Be Alive. And it was a story about this guy who was trapped, lost at sea for 75 days in a raft.
Whoa.
It was insane.
Well, that's every episode's like a different I Shouldn't Be Alive story.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Well, I
I
didn't
think
know
it's funny. I think it's like an Animal Planet show, and
Yeah.
what he like catches fish, so I guess it counts for Animal Planet.
Yeah, there you go.
But it was really an inspiring story, and it was really touching and moving to me. I already told this story to Johnny, so I apologize. You're gonna have to hear it again, but I'm gonna share it with everybody at home because I thought this was badass. So this guy was depressed. His life had fallen apart. His marriage had fallen apart. He decided to I'm going to sail the world. I'm going to go from America to England and back. And on his trip back from England to America, he's going by himself. He gets caught in a storm. His boat breaks, and he has to jump into this raft, a life raft. And that's where he spends the next 75 days. And he has no food. He has no water. He has to learn how to fish in the open ocean.
Wow.
He has to learn how to get fresh water from the evaporation method.
He's not like drinking his pee-pee?
No, not yet.
Oh,
At
shit.
one point, a shark can smell the fish he's caught, starts attacking him, and he has to stab the shark and fight it. And he's out there forever. It was a harrowing tale. Look it up. It was actually very interesting. But he said, when he was out there, it was his worst moment because he told people, I'm going to be gone for a few months. I'm going to be gone for 6 months. And he was only 2 months into his journey. So he's like, I'm lost at sea. Nobody knows where I am. Nobody's even fucking looking for me.
Uh,
What am I doing out here?
He knew no one was.
Yeah,
gonna look
he's
for
like
him.
he was so depressed. He's like, I'm gonna die out here, but that's not the worst part. The worst part is that I wasted my fucking life, and that I'm gonna die out here. That I did nothing, and I was such an idiot that I isolated myself from all of my friends. Look at me now. I'm in the middle of the ocean. Nobody even gives a shit or knows I'm here. And he's been stuck there for 2 months, and he wanted to fucking pull his hair out. And he considered himself a huge failure in life at that moment, and he was so depressed. But I'm watching this, and I know that he escapes
Like,
eventually.
he survives.
I know that he survives, and I know that he goes on to like write this book about his experience, and he goes on to like get this television deal, this story, and he goes on to be a speaker and a role model about survival, and he becomes this huge success and like very wealthy. And it really fucking hit me hard that like when he was there stuck in the middle of the ocean, feeling like nobody even gives a fuck about me or knows that I'm here, at that lowest moment, that ended up being what he later went on to be known for.
His rebirth.
That became his defining moment. That became the thing he built his wealth and name off of. And all he was doing was trying to survive to the next day. All he was doing was trying not to die, just floating in this raft, like laying there, just keep on breathing. And, you know, and it really like, I don't know, I was watching and it hit me like being at your lowest moment and not knowing that you're doing the thing that is going to be the defining moment of your life.
Yeah.
That was my big takeaway from watching that. And then I was like so hooked on this guy's story. You know, I was like, I want to know what happens every moment. Gosh, I think his last name was Callahan, something
Did you
Callahan.
look him up online and like?
I did look him up, and he wrote a book about his experience. But I was like, well, I watched your show. I'm not going to buy the book. But it really reminded me of that movie, 127 Hours, you know?
Oh, with
Yeah. You know, one of those survival stories, but
Yeah.
who was that?
James Franco.
James
Franco.
Franco, right?
But I don't know, being lost at sea, that's got to be the worst thing ever.
Well, there was a movie where Robert Redford was lost at sea. What was that called?
Yeah, I read the
Lo-
script to that.
The boatman.
It's essentially the same story as this.
Oh, really?
And I wonder if it's inspired because I read the script. And I think I even watched that movie, and basically the same thing happens. He's sleeping one day, and a big wave hits his boat and breaks it in half.
Yeah.
He just doesn't know what happens.
I think I brought this up. I don't remember if I did on here, but that movie was crazy for me because I got the 4D experience. It was kind of neat.
Oh, really?
This is really not. This is going to sound like something I made up, and it's 100% not. But I watched that Robert Redford movie. I was like, this looks kind of interesting, whatever. And I don't remember what it was on, but I watched it. I thought it was pretty good, you know. And I got maybe 3/4 into it, and he gets hit by the biggest storm. Like, oh, it's coming down on him. And just as that storm starts, I start feeling the drops. And I'm going like, am I like tripping out or what? Like, I can feel the water. Like, I had a second of it where I just felt like I can feel the water. Am I like, what is happening?
You're at home.
There was a leak in my house
Oh, this.
where it was literally water was dripping from the lighting fixture above me. And it only hit me when that storm scene started. I'm not joking. So I'm watching it going, what is happening to me right now? What's going on? Oh no, there's like a leak or something. And it happened during that movie, and I never finished the movie. I paused it and was just yelling fuck, and that was it. But for some reason, it was during that scene. I've had 2 things like that happen in my life. A leak during the storm and in that movie, and driving, listening to the song Hardware Store by Weird Al in a hardware truck burst open and drills started flying past my car. And I had to swerve to that song. Yeah.
When the real world kind of gives you that hallucination type experience, that always fucks with me. I can't pinpoint like an exact memory I have that happening, but something like that where like I hear an electrical noise in a song when a light bulb is flickering and then goes out. And I'm like, wait, what's happening?
Yeah.
I just bumped up against the knob and I turned the switch off. But at the same, no, that was in the song. Okay. I thought I was going insane.
Yeah, when I saw the Evangelion movie in Japan, everyone warned me, like, it's not going to be in English. It's not going to be in English. You're going to a theater, it's not going to be in English. It's like, it's fine. I'll watch it without the subtitle. It's fine.
Oh, yeah, and it opens.
I can enjoy that, yeah, and it opens there in America, but I can't read the subtitles, so I don't know that. And then they start speaking
English.
They're trying to speak English
Yeah.
in that opening, and they're going, "The Evangelion has a soul that must be," and I'm going like, "What is?"
All that was.
And I
left
thought, I'm
were
like,
bones.
is this my imagination doing this?
You've
You know-
finally become fluent. I've been here long enough.
Seriously,
It's
that's what I
clicked.
thought. I'm like, what? For like 1 second.
I
My
can
brain
kinda
is really,
understand.
I've said this before, my brain is really gullible. For about a second, I'll go like, is this happening? And it even happens. You know how much I love fucking like theme parks. I will still go on like Star Tours at Disneyland and have 1 second of, oh, we're falling. No, we're not. Why did I think we were falling? You know, and it's like, I've been on this 100,000 times, but my brain still kicks into a gullible thing where, you know, it's like, it doesn't
You're
matter.
tricked.
So that plays tricks on me a lot of times. My favorite mixed reality part in my life was still when we were watching Lost at Sean's house, and suddenly we smelled shit, like human shit, like somebody took a dump in the room, and then it was a cat had shit somewhere, and we were like, oh my god, where's that coming from? And somebody paused it, and it paused on Rose from Lost going. And where she was pointed was exactly where it was. So that's not really the same thing, but I think about that all the time. I know I've said that story a million times before, but anyway. But yeah, I didn't know I Shouldn't Be Alive was that kind of thing. I thought it was just like,
Each week's a different story.
is there ever like someone who doesn't survive? Like the producers agree?
It just
Like,
cuts to
you
an empty
shouldn't.
chair. It's one of
Yeah.
those shows where it's a person telling their story and then an actor reenacts it.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, that
I love
reminds me.
those.
The show I used to love. See, I don't watch this kind of stuff now, but when I was a kid, because I don't think I understood it. When I was a kid, the show that captivated me was Rescue 911,
Oh yeah.
where it was people's stories about heinous shit that happened to them and how 911, you know, they saved the day, kind of thing. As a kid, it's not even that I was dumb necessarily. I just didn't put thought into it. And I thought I was watching these things happen. And then it was after like a year that someone was like, yeah, these reenactments are so cheesy. And I was
No,
like,
I thought the
and I was
same
like,
thing about Rescue
reenactment?
911. I thought Rescue 911 was like Cops.
yeah, exactly. I just hadn't thought about it. It's not like I thought,
Yeah.
oh, this is real and someone was filming. I just put no thought into it. So when somebody said that, I was like, wait, they're just like recreating all these things? Like it had never even sunk in. And it was like, oh, these are just actors. Yeah, it really bummed me out. But yeah, Cops, I think, is what did it. You're right, Derek. Cops planted something in my head where I just thought that TV was like that.
You know, it's so
They're
funny.
just going and filming.
Yeah, because nobody ever explains that. It's like a television thing that you just have to learn
Yeah.
in our society.
Yeah.
A person's going to tell a story about what happened to them, and then a way more attractive actor is going to pretend to be that person
Yeah.
and reenact it. And I remember
Yeah.
being a kid and not understanding what was going on. Like,
Yeah.
who is this person saying this happened to me? And
Yeah.
who's this?
But I think in Rescue 911, I think they actually, maybe I'm wrong, people will tell me. I think they had a lot of the victims do the recreating.
Sometimes they would, yeah.
And that actually seems even more fucked up now that like, oh, your kid almost got run over by that train. Yeah. Okay. Come with us to the train track. Okay. Act like you're upset. But I watched one. So the reason I'm bringing up Rescue 911 is
Sure.
I've been looking through this app. There's a great, that Pluto TV app, I think it's called. If you don't have this app, it's great.
Oh wow. Yeah. I've never
Pluto
heard of it.
TV has a ton of free channels and they stream like TV channels, like, you know,
yeah.
like cable, but they're channels dedicated to really specific things. Like there's Rescue 911, the channel, and it's
Holy
just
shit.
old episodes of Rescue 911 all day. Shout Factory has a channel where it's just like cheesy movies they have the rights to.
I think that's how I used to watch Dog the Bounty Hunter. It
Maybe.
was just like a Dog the Bounty Hunter streaming.
Yeah.
Wow.
Dedicated free thing.
Yeah, Pluto TV is awesome. They have
like a
they
public
have
utility.
a channel. They have a channel. I was helping my mom and dad set up their Apple TV because they got a new one or something, and they I set it up for them, and I was like, you guys should have this because I bet there's old shows on here you'd probably dig. And I put it on, and there was a channel called Tokushoutsu, and it is like old Japanese Power Rangers and stuff. And I was like,
It's just.
I
I
was like, wait, this is
Wow.
on here? There's a channel of Super Sentai like all the time. And I thought, well, they won't care about that. And my dad was like, no, what does that look like? Like, put that on. And I hit play on that, and they watched a full episode of Ginga Man, which is what I think Power Rangers Lost Galaxy they adapted that. They were just like, wow, so it's just like ours. So these monsters, I thought you might get a kick out of this, Derek. Do you remember when my brother walked in on that one Power Rangers episode where they were messing with Trini's grandpa?
Yeah.
They just kept fucking with him. And my brother was like, why don't they just rip his soul out?
Right.
Like that. My parents reacted the same way. They're watching Super Sentai, and it was a monster that wanted really delicious food. And he kept messing with like their food festival thing. And they were like, wow, so same in this one. They don't just kill all these people. Huh? This guy, he just shoot all these people. He's just fucking with their desserts.
He's just trying to get the food.
It was just like, wow, we're all on the same wavelength.
We're
But
also American.
Yeah.
Why don't these villains just kill everybody? What's the point if they're not going to kill them?
We've gotten so efficient at mass killing that really we just are like, get to it.
If you're a villain and you ain't killing people, what the fuck you doing? Fucking with the desserts?
It really
What?
is. Yeah.
You're being a nuisance? That's all?
Yeah.
Wait, so the dessert, it makes everyone just like way fatter? That's the plan? Why don't you just shoot them?
Kills them slow.
Anyway, so there was an episode, but I looked and there was the Rescue 911 thing. And they were reenacting when these kids got stuck on the train tracks and the train kept coming for them. And the kid, and what's funny is they
How do you get
were
stuck?
real kids. I don't know, he fell and his sock got stuck or something. I don't know.
God, I'm gonna die
But the
Dumbass
kid, they made
kids.
him bloody and wounded.
Oh, shit.
And it's a real kid, and I think it was the kid that it happened to. And they just dumped a ton of fake blood on him, and he's going like that. And I'm just looking at this like, and then they run in and pick him up, and that kid is bawling, crying. And I'm like, is this acting still? Is this? And I think that's probably, as a kid, why I thought like, well, maybe they just filmed this stuff, because why would they
realistic.
have that kid go through all that again? But then it makes me think even more, and I'm like,
Triggered.
what did I think would happen? Like, they see the kids laying in the train track and went, oh shit, I gotta film this. Hold on. Stay right there. Like, what? Like, anyway,
You just didn't think about it.
Yeah,
at
I
that
never thought
age,
about
you know?
that stuff as a kid. So
Yeah.
anyway,
Well, it's got to be traumatic, reliving the worst day of your life.
that's what I'm saying. I'm like, they just did this. And it's funny. I remember when I was younger, there was like one day a week or one night a week. My grandma watched us, like, and she would always want to watch that. And I remember every time it was on, she said the same thing. She would say, "You know why I like Rescue 911? Because no one ever dies. You know, it's always like a hopeful story."
Oh, opposite of
And
Unsolved
she
Mysteries.
said that literally the night that we watched an episode where it was like, oh yeah, the kids fell in the frozen lake, and none of them made it. Yeah, all these kids dead.
Yeah.
And it was just like, Grandma, you jinxed it. Why did you say that? But really, that's the only time I can remember there was.
Yeah, because I was thinking of
a
other
death.
shows with shitty reenactments,
Yeah.
and it's Unsolved Mysteries comes to mind.
Yeah.
And those have really bad reenactments, and I always kind of was like,
America's Most Wanted.
why is
was
everything
the number
soft?
one.
Yeah, America's Most Wanted. It was all soft lighting and like soap opera.
Yeah.
Looked shitty.
Because it was a flashback.
Yeah. Oh, I guess that signifies the flashback.
I didn't see the new. I remember the old Unsolved Mysteries. I didn't see the new one when they brought it to Netflix, but I remember seeing more than one post on Facebook where people were mad. Like, this show, This show has no closure. It's like, yeah, I mean, I could have fucking told you that from the menu. Like, are you kidding? Anyway, so that's all I know.
Oh,
about
you're
the-
looking for solved mysteries. That's a different show.
It
the
wouldn't even
next
be a
one over.
mystery at that point. Just you're looking for solved shit.
Yeah.
The new series.
Closed cases.
all wrapped up.
They have a new show called Closure. Not to be confused with The Closer, the #1 cable television series of all time, starring Kira Sedgwick. Every time TNT would have a new drama, they would say in the promo it was the biggest cable show of all time. And I felt like I was the only one catching on to that. Like, I was like, you advertise every one of your new shows that way. And I don't know what metric, there would always be an asterisk next to it.
Because they're liars.
Like, under what metric is it the biggest cable show of all time? Like, what? No one thought The Closer or Rizzoli and Isles were the biggest cable shows of all time. Like, they
Yeah.
weren't. I'll tell you right now, I don't know any of the stats. They weren't.
Yeah, everyone knows it's Bones.
TNT seems like another dimension. Like, I forget it even exists until
Yeah.
you bring it up. Who watches TNT?
Forgot about
I
cable
did
television.
recently because they had, I checked out the Snowpiercer TV show.
Oh.
That's the only time I've watched TNT in 20 years, probably.
Conan went to TNT. I think I saw him. on,
I think that was TBS.
Oh, that's TBS.
I think so.
Oh
What
my
did-
God, they're different stations.
Yeah.
What did TNT stand
But I think
for?
they're the same company, right?
Turner?
Yeah.
They're all
Turner
Turner.
Broadcasting Service was TBS, but TNT was Turner Network.
Yeehaw! Ted Turner
I don't
making
know. What
every
was-
dollar.
Ted
the
Nugent
national
Theater.
what was TNT?
I have no idea. Ted's
Ted's
national
new
time.
Ted's new
Ted's new time.
Ted's Nutty Theater.
Ted
Yeah.
Nugent Theater.
I already said that 2
yeah.
seconds ago.
We're gonna put on Wings. Bring it back.
Yeah, what else is on TNT? Seriously, I saw that, but I don't know what else is on.
No, Wings was on
Conan?
USA. Shit.
Oh.
I know they play. Did you ever see the TNT had a series of exclusive movies that they kept making sequels to?
Jag.
Called The Librarian. Did you guys
No.
ever see that?
No.
They did a TV movie called The Librarian,
I'll read the book.
and it was Noah Wiley. It was seriously like Uncharted. Like he was
Oh, really?
he was
Shit.
fucking what's his name?
Should
Indiana
have called
Jones.
it something cool. I would have
The
watched it.
librarian.
It's because he was a librarian, and then they took him on these adventures, and he would know. He was so brainy.
You're explaining to me this movie, The Librarian, is like Uncharted.
Yeah.
That should be conveyed in the title.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like Indiana Jones being called the professor.
Exactly.
Yeah. Indiana Jones, he was a professor, but they did it right. They called it Indiana Jones.
And
It
the
was a cool
Temple
name.
of Doom or the
Yeah.
Raiders of the Lost. It's
Well-
actually called Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Should be
Well, the
librarian.
librarian, I think the subtitle was The Quest for the Spear. So does
That
does that
sucks
make it
too.
cooler? Oh, well.
No, no one
That's-
likes Spears.
This librarian can't win. Anyway, it was Noah Wiley from ER, and he was like, it was like he was Nathan Drake, and it was on. I think later they put it on like Netflix or Amazon, and it always looked terrible to me. So I did watch it. No, but they would do promos for it all the time, like on TNT. Like, oh, we've got the biggest TV movie ever, The Librarian. Get ready for The Librarian. And the whole time the promo was on, I remember sitting through thinking, he's gonna make a crack about getting your books in on time.
Oh, God.
Here
And
it
I'm
comes.
telling you, the last line of the like he's in a temple and he swings on a rope and it's like explosion. You better get your books in on time.
Oh,
I was like, there it is. There it is. Anyway, but yeah, so I eventually watched it when it came to some app, and I'm telling you, 90% of that movie was green screen. It was they go to a jungle and they're not in a jungle. I mean, it is just like someone found a jungle GIF and put it in the background, and he's like, "Whoa, I don't know what to do out here." That bridge is not going to support my weight.
he's just making Dewey Decimal puns on
Yeah,
a fucking
I
green
want to say
screen
there's something
somewhere.
like that in there too.
The
But
person who wrote this movie ever see a librarian? On what earth can a librarian survive in a jungle? Every librarian I've met is like fat and old and like mean, unnecessarily mean.
Derek-
Yeah, they're like, shh.
So, Derek, there were
talking.
like 3 librarian movies, and then they made a series.
Oh,
And then I guess people had enough, and they ended it there. But the librarians, Derek, were like a secret society of protectors of like certain relics.
fuck,
That's
dude.
what it was. And so the dude
Oh, cool.
wasn't the main character in the series anymore. It was Rebecca Romaine.
Wait,
So that's the librarian now.
They
So you
switched
want
it?
to
Again.
now you want to talk about what
Have
the
you ever
librarian looks like?
seen a The idea that these librarians are like supermodels, super ripped, maintaining these fitness regimens, but working at a library and nobody can tell that.
it's a secret order,
Yeah.
dude. She's
Why
a
does
spy.
Rebecca Romaine work at this library? Something's up here. No, she's
Yeah.
not looking for a secret relic.
I mean, she's this superhero protecting relics, but during the day it's like, I'm looking for New Moon.
Yeah.
What section is that?
Where
in?
is
Do you
it?
guys still have DVDs?
Do they just? Does she put her hair up and wear glasses
No.
when she's like in the library?
None of that Bayonetta shit you want. No.
And then oh, I thought at night then she takes the
It's
hair
like a
down,
Superman
the glasses
thing.
come off, and
No.
it's like, oh,
God.
Nope.
That's
you're like Tomb Raider.
Nope.
Hey, I made this movie. It's called The Babysitter. It's essentially Terminator.
Whoa.
Wait, isn't there a movie like that? Isn't there a movie? No. There isn't.
You know, it's called Robot Babysitter. I don't know. I'd give it a cooler name.
Yeah, what's a cool I'm working on this badass new adventure movie. It's called The Cafeteria.
Yeah.
Yeah, what is that about a cafeteria worker? What? Fuck no. No,
it's
this
like
guy goes back in time to stop World War III.
yeah, it's like Halo meets time
Yeah,
travel.
it's
It's called
like
the
Halo.
cafeteria.
It's like Halo. But you know what? That kind of happened with. I'm a huge fan of this show. Huge fan of the show. I kind of feel like that happened with The Leftovers. Because I know a lot of people that were like, "Was it about fucking lasagna?" I was like, "No, it's like a world-ending event happened, but it's called The Leftovers." You know, there are certain titles that maybe don't convey the full, but that's why you got to watch 4 episodes of it to see. No,
It's hard, all the good names are taken.
yeah, we talked about that with bands.
Yeah.
Because there were a
You gotta
couple
start
bands that
combining
we were
words.
talking about. I remember, Derek, we talked about this a long time ago, that every new band we heard about was like, ew, that name sucks. Like, what do you do? And I remember we talked about that I really liked the album by Them Crooked Vultures. And that was yet another one that I remember, Derek, you said something about that. Like, that's the name of the band. And there was an interview with them where even they said, yeah, we didn't want that name either. But all the good band names are trademarked. So like we wanted to be Caligula and it was trademarked. And then we wanted to be this other thing and it was trademarked. So you end up with Them Crooked Vultures. And I think the same thing happened with Chicken Foot. So I want to give it.
Well, I'm glad now.
shout out.
Well, the Dixie Chicks
I
are just the chicks
We-
now.
Yeah.
so
We've
that's
come to a
another
new
one.
generation because what happened is those rockers just settled on really shitty names. Chicken
Yeah.
Foot. Oh, we're square peg circle hole. Cool. Now
Is that a real band?
people say fuck it, and they'll be like, I don't care if you took the name. I'm gonna take the name back and change it, and
Yeah.
they'll be like, I'm
Spell it with a dollar sign.
Beatles too.
I'm Schlurvana.
Slurvana.
You know?
Yeah.
And then it's like, cool, you heard this new band Schlurvana, they fucking rock. Or just take a name like Chevy Chase. I could be slinging band names left and right. You could be Heavy Face.
Heavy face.
And then you got a picture and your album cover is Chevy Chase, but you smudge it so it looks all fat.
Yeah.
Yo, you
See?
going down to Grover's tonight to see Heavy Face? I heard they suck. I'll be there.
And then I say that and somebody's like, Heavy Face actually already is a band.
I'm
Sorry.
sure it is.
Like,
Probably, yeah.
Something happened with Lady Antebellum, and they changed their name. They're like, no, we're just gonna be Lady A. And then like all these, there were like 8 bands that were like, we're Lady A. And they
Well,
all
there was one in
came
particular
after.
named Lady A who had been like, I looked into this because I was fascinated.
Oh, really?
Lady A was like our level. She wasn't unknown. She had a fan base, but she wasn't mainstream.
But good comedy skits.
Good comedy skits.
Good. That's good.
You
And it
know,
kind of sucks if someone just
it
jacks
would
your
be like
thing.
Upright Citizens Brigade says,
Yeah.
hey, you know what? We're going to be Mega64.
Yeah.
And we're like,
Oh.
actually, that already is a thing. And
Yeah.
they're like, yeah, but we're famous and they're not. So it's us.
yeah,
Yeah.
that is true. I mean,
That
honestly,
would suck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
If,
was kind of the whole situation.
Yeah, I hear you. It was just funny that came about. But oh no, absolutely. If like Martin Shkreli was like, my new thing is going to be Mega64, I'd be like, nah, hi, I'm going to
Yeah.
speak up. Hi.
That name's taken. Sorry.
We're big enough to defend our honor. I think we.
Yeah, I think she's actually smaller than us, sadly.
Yeah.
Well, not now. She's famous.
Yeah.
Hey.
Now she's big A.
Didn't like there was a band River Phoenix, and then they had to change it to Phoenix TX.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what that
I think
was?
they were a local band
Oh,
called
I didn't
River
know-
Phoenix.
I didn't know that was their original name.
And then the family, I think, was like, yeah. This is like our dead son's
they-
name. Please
Oh.
don't do that. And then they were starting to blow up, so I think they changed to Phoenix TX. I thought that was where
right.
that band
You're
name
right.
came from. Yeah.
Did they do
Uh-huh.
Did they do that song Threesome? Who was that? Do you remember that? Johnny, do you remember
No.
that?
Johnny, you ever
if
had a threesome?
You want to dance and she wants to lead. I don't want to get taken off of Twitch. I'm sorry.
How dare you?
But something like that. I don't know. We'll never know.
Let's do karaoke
like that
after
song?
show.
Do you have a memory you want to share?
No,
about
I
that
just
song?
no. It was just every Hot Topic fucking kid in my high school listened to that song.
Oh, okay.
Every what's Raven's Revenge? Was that the name of the candy? Every Raven's Revenge
Every brainwashed drinker.
drinker. I don't know. Is that what it was? They had their own soda or something?
Yeah, the Skeletines made Brainwash, Love Potion 69.
Oh, yeah. Love Potion 69. Classic.
I bought all
guys-
those weird drinks at Hot Topic. I love that shit. And
Love
I would buy
Potion
like incense
69.
there and think I was a
Wait,
badass.
I got Love Potion 69 once, but it made me too horny.
Oh,
so I
that'll do
stopped drinking it.
it. That'll
man.
do it.
That'll do
Yeah.
it for sure.
I needed somebody at 69 win. One drink.
Trying to lose my
And I
virginity
was
here,
doing
and I'm
flips.
drinking 69 juice.
What was genuinely the horniest you've ever been? Go ahead.
Dude.
Garrett, it's your birthday.
God, it is my birthday. I should share. Horniest I've ever been.
Horniest.
God, I'm trying to think. Like,
I was
you
ready
got to
to
be like teenage.
I was going to
where
move on
hormones
from
are
it, but now I'm letting
racing.
this breathe. I'm
Trying to see if I was like sitting in a movie theater, like, holy shit.
Yeah, like, God. The fucking... The saliva's backing up in my throat. I need a drink.
Last movie you saw was Sonic, so think about that and move
No,
backward.
honestly, we
Move
talked
backward.
about, God, we joked about the truth about cats and dogs, but I've talked about on this podcast, in middle school, I went to see the truth about cats and dogs like 5 times in a row.
What? Why?
This is the horniest I've ever been.
Wait, why?
Because I was with,
You were
I was
learning
dating,
the truth about... Oh.
I was dating a girl, and all we could do to get away and be alone was go to the fucking movies at the mall. So for like 4 weekends in a row, we just went and like diddled in the fucking back row of the truth about cats and dogs. And I was so, pent up 4 weeks in a row. That's all I got. Janine Garofalo and fucking Uma Thurman.
Oh, you really seen that movie that many times?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, he didn't see it.
Yeah, we had to make up, we had to make up a lie because my mom's like, "Yo, you went to the movies with this girl like 3 weeks in a row. What'd you see this time?" And we were like, "Oh, it's like Lady and the Tramp."
You had to make
It's
up
like
another
Disney
movie?
Vault. Yeah, because
Oh,
it would be
that's great.
the jig would be up if she knew we went to see the same fucking romantic comedy.
Why'd you go see that again?
3 times? In a
Yeah.
row?
Mom, have you seen The Truth About Cats and Dogs? It's like fucking mind-blowing. Every time I see it, it's like a new level of
That
depth.
So, all right, who's next? Horniest you've ever been?
Oh
Go
no,
ahead.
that was a joke. I lobbed like a grenade.
Johnny. Come on.
But I
Don't
planned.
leave
All
me
right,
hanging.
Johnny.
The strip club. Johnny went to
Oh,
the strip
Johnny
club.
responded with "What the fuck?" You
Johnny
really didn't know
doesn't
we were
get-
going to ask you.
Oh yeah.
Johnny's
that's
never
true.
been horny. He's not about that. He's a good boy.
Yeah, I'm celibate.
He's sell a bit, sell a lot.
I think
Whatever
on my
you
18th
selling.
birthday, I did go to a strip club. That was probably up there too.
Yeah, that was probably the worst 18th birthday I could have done.
Yeah, something about like
The
when you're-
one.
Something about going to a strip club and having a stripper on you for the first time and all your friends are pointing and laughing.
I was going to
It's
say,
just not good.
my one experience at a strip club was probably the least horniest I'd ever been, ironically, but that's just, it was more a weird situation where somebody thought I had invented Mario Kart.
I
Not
don't get
gonna,
Yeah,
horny.
not gonna get into it.
I don't get horny. I don't get sexual. I just like to think about the Bible, Jesus.
Yep.
yeah,
Yep.
Good stuff, God stuff, great stuff.
Yep.
keep it centered.
What's the
Keep it pure.
status of church right now? Are
I'm
we
going.
Derek's there.
Well, we love it, obviously. But like California has kind of opened back up with like restaurants, like in terms of
Hallelujah.
outdoor dining and stuff. So is church, is it like outdoor services or are they just like open normally?
Got to get that communion.
Does anybody know?
You got to do it outdoors though.
Got
I
to get
don't
that
know.
wine and that cracker. So that's a restaurant. If you ask
But
me.
Yeah, that does
open for
that's
business.
the loophole.
I would say that even though the last few months we've been under a stricter lockdown, the church that's right next to my work has been in
Right.
full swing.
Okay.
You know
So-
what's
Yeah.
amazing about the
It's
whole
a
church
school
thing?
too, so who knows what?
Yeah.
And
like,
I'm gonna rag on the churches now. So if you're religious,
oh shit.
if you're religious, you want to turn this off.
Watch The Librarian instead.
But when I was a kid, they really hammered it home. God is everywhere. You can't get away from him. Whether you could try all you want, you can't get away.
Yep.
He's in the strip club.
He's in the strip club with you. He's in the bathroom with you when you're touching yourself and doing ungodly stuff.
He was in the truth about cats
He's
and
judging
dogs.
you. So why do I have to go to church? That he can come to me. I can do Uber Eats for my meal, and God can deliver salvation to my door just as easily. That's what I say.
We could have some godliness brought into our lives right now.
He can come to me. I don't need to go to him.
He's in the studio with us, is what you're saying.
Exactly. He's everywhere.
I
So
feel it.
I can be in church right here.
feel
That's all. Did you ever think about that? Mind blower.
yeah,
I'm in.
I did. Think about
Anyways, that's it. If you're religious, you can tune back in now.
Yeah.
You just life hacked the
Yeah.
whole
And-
congregation.
I didn't even say anything offensive. That was a shortcut.
that. Yeah.
helping people be more religious.
Yeah, we're helping. That's all we're doing is really is helping. I remember I have some part you know, my family is overall very like Catholic, you know, Italian Catholic, the whole deal. And that was always something my cousins would ask about, like, oh, did you guys are you going to be at mass for this thing? Or are you going to go to the like Easter weekend thing or the Christmas Eve thing? And my parents would, or no, my dad would make the same crack every time. I'm thinking, well, maybe might pray from home. And they would always like look at him like,
Smart ass dick.
yeah, he would say that. Can we pray from home?
Yeah, that smart ass
This
dick.
guy,
Always
all right.
cracking
Okay.
wise.
But then I remember there was once that they said like, yeah, we're going to, I remember a bunch of my family was like, yeah, they do this really fancy thing, this really cool kind of thing that they do at this one church. It's a midnight mass on Christmas Eve.
Where they bust out the incense?
And they got like a symphony there, and they got like all kinds of stuff. And then I remember there was one year that my mom and dad were like, and this is when I was younger, and my mom and dad were like, this thing they're describing kind of sounds cool. Like, you know what? If they're all going, what do you say? Would that be cool? Like, stay up late and go to this thing, and
Watch
then
a
we'll open
ritual?
presents or something. I was like, okay, cool. And then so they said, yeah, I think we'll go. And then I remember my cousin or whoever it was like, oh, did you guys make a reservation?
Oh, fuck.
It's like, we have to, I thought it was his church. Like, he just came to, and they were like, not this thing. And like they acted like, why are you trying to go to this thing? It was like, never mind.
You should
We
know.
never-
There's like a Bible
never
story
went.
about that. You know, like if you do not cometh to the boringeth church, you do not cometh.
Oh man.
Solomon
To
was
the
going to
coolest
kill
church.
He was going to kill one of the kids, but then they reserved an extra spot, so that was like you should have known.
Oh,
You gotta
I
make a
blew it.
reservation.
I mean, why is it? What does midnight have to do with it anyway? They waited till midnight for the.
It's like
Is
a
that in the
midnight-
Bible? Like
it's
we
like
we camped out.
Midnight mass.
It's like
is
a midnight
big
release.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Midnight release. They waited, dude. I think we're gonna get the Son of God in like 3 hours. Hold on, dude. We're like 2 minutes away. Like what? I don't understand
That's
the midnight
busiest-
significance anyway.
That's the busiest Catholic church, night, the midnight mass. I went to one of those once at a San Diego Catholic church,
Oh, okay.
and I was in like a third overflow room called the crying room.
Hey, that's why they need a
God.
reservation.
It was the room that all the mothers with crying children are supposed to go in.
midnight.
Yeah, because
Wow.
every place, we got there, I think, on a reasonable time, but it was just like
Yeah.
the most packed place on the most packed night. So we were in this overflow where you just had video projector and speakers
Yeah.
of what was happening on the stage somewhere else on the campus.
Yeah.
It was like I was there out of obligation. but
Yeah.
I
There
fe-
were
I
there
felt
were
something.
there were things I went to when I was younger that I felt like, oh, that was very well done, and that was very, whatever. I like. There were ones that we went to where it was like a pre-Easter kind of thing, not on Easter
Yeah.
Sunday, but like the day before or whatever. And they put a lot of like flair behind it. Like I said, they had like
you can
a whole
appreciate the ritual.
like a whole little orchestra playing, and then and it was like, wow, they like put that together really dramatically. Like that was really cool. Like, I don't know. I appreciate that kind of stuff. And then, but whenever we would go to a church thing actually on a holiday, like Christmas or on Easter, it felt like it was a waste of time. Like it felt, it felt like there were so many people that day that they just wanted to get people in and out. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it was like, okay, yeah, just sit. I don't know, just stand back there. Just you don't need to sit down. You don't. Okay, Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Okay, yeah. Just the on this day. He gave us our daily bread. Whatever. Okay, yeah. Move them out. Now bring them in. It was just like, I remember telling my family, I'm like,
Through it.
if we want to go to this, it just feels like it's an obligation. It doesn't feel like I'm getting anything. You know what I mean? It was like, if you want to go to one of these like flashier things, I'll go to that. But on the actual holidays, it just felt like I think that we're like a problem being here or something. I don't know. I just never.
I want to go to.
This is what we're talking about, guys. It's church talk. That's what this podcast is.
I want
That's
the
what
other
it
side
is.
of the spectrum, man. This sounds like, the big city just trying to service as many of the community members as they can. I want to go to some like backwater praying with serpents, dancing around with snake
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
Find that.
midnight mass. You know
Yeah.
what I'm
I
saying?
got
That
got
sounds
held
fun.
back in religious education.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They didn't make me do a year over. They just made me like They just put
repent?
me in with a year younger of all the people.
Oh, they didn't like
Oh.
make you whip your back and like forgive you.
Yeah. How do you get held back in religious education? There was no fucking test. I didn't
God
test.
told him.
How many
I didn't
animals
fail
were
the
on ark?
test to go to the next
That's
grade.
why honestly, Derek, I thought you were setting up for a joke. I was like, oh, this is gonna be good. What's the punchline? And I
No,
was like,
this
oh.
is a true story.
Oh.
I was always,
Were
you
you
know, when you're
talking?
in school, you have the kids you're in your grade with.
Yeah.
But then when I go to religious education, I was with all my friends, like younger brothers and sisters. They just put me in a grade lower. And I was like, what the fuck? And like,
How
yeah, you
weird.
don't, I don't know. You don't, you're with them. And I was like, but these are all the people I go to school with in the grade up. Yeah, you don't
What-
qualify for that.
What did you do wrong?
I don't know. I really
Evil,
don't know.
Dude. They sensed it in you.
They thought I was devilish.
They were like, he needs more work.
How funny.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
I
was
don't
all
know.
Bullshit anyways.
That's such a weird. Yeah, I did that for a little while too, and that is such a weird. I always forget that part of my life existed.
God, I did that for years and years. I'll never forget.
Yeah.
I'm
Waste
so glad
of
I
a
didn't have that.
Wednesday.
Seriously, the only thing I remember from those classes that I retained from that was when they did when they talked about Santa, and the woman doing the class was like, so where were you? I mean, so where were you when you found out he wasn't real? So let's just go into, and she's talking with like 4 people in the front of the class who all like, oh yeah, I was in a truck driving with my dad to the baseball game. We talked about there's no Santa, but he's still gonna get me, tickets to the game, whatever. And me and like 12 other kids all sat in the back of the class going, what? Like that was how we found out. It was like we were like little kids, and we were all going like, how do? And I think she got in trouble. I think his parents spoke up about that. But she just went off about like, when was it that you found out? And me and the other kids were like,
Shouldn't be teaching your children
what
lies.
is going on? What?
Telling them
sad
lies.
So yeah, anyway, that it had all been blurted out. But that's the only thing I remember. I don't remember much else that we ever talked about.
I remember in religious education, I don't remember what the fuck I did, but it was the only time in any institution I ever had to write sentences on the fucking chalkboard.
Oh, like Bart?
Yeah, like Bart Simpson.
Yeah.
And I remember
Wow.
some stupid shit where my mom came to pick me up and she was like, why are you coming out so late? And I was like, the fucking teacher made me write stupid shit on the chalkboard. It's fucking school. I didn't say fuck. I was like, but it's not school
Yeah,
because it's just church.
yeah.
God. You take church and school, the two worst things to a child, and you combine them
Yeah.
into one nightmare. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, in ours, I just, all it was like, hey, this week go do something nice for someone and then come back next week and tell us what you did. Okay.
That sounds like
So
cool homework.
that's all it was. It was like, yeah, it was like just nicer homework.
Oh my God.
It was yeah, my parents got groceries and I said I'll bring in the groceries, and then and they were, oh, Rocco, that was nice you did that. Okay, that's all it was. I never had any kind of like,
Anybody in the
more
room
complicated.
familiar with the song Awesome God?
our
Anybody
God is an
know the
awesome
song?
our God is
I
an
know
awesome
that song,
God.
yeah.
Our God is awesome.
We never did that, but I've heard other people
I
say
had to
it.
sing that
Seen the infomercial.
every class. We
Really?
would start with a rendition of Our God is an awesome God. He
Oh,
reigns
really?
from heaven above with wisdom, power, and love. Our God is an awesome God. Awesome God.
Oh, I never heard that whole
You
Every
gotta put your hands up.
week.
I'm so
that
glad
was
I
the
didn't
class
have
I
to
had
do
to
this
write
shit.
fucking sentences on the board and stupid shit.
thing. Yeah.
Man, getting memories back from
guys-
religious education. I did it a lot. I went there for years and years. And
Johnny,
years.
you
didn't
took some
sink in.
you took some religious education too, right, Johnny?
Yeah, I went to Hebrew school.
That seems
and that
like, from
sucked.
what I've heard, a next level of difficulty.
Terrible.
Oh,
compared
really?
compared to what we're talking about.
Really?
Yeah, because you have to learn a fucking language you don't know, and it's like a
I
sing
didn't
song,
even consider that.
Yeah.
I had to learn Hebrew. It was terrible.
Damn.
and you have to sing it back and impress your family members and the your teachers, right?
They had a snack cart, and I had to do a prayer before anything I ate,
Whoa.
and that was pretty annoying.
Really?
Yeah.
I did have to learn the Catholic prayers. I do remember.
Do you remember any of them now?
The Our Father is
Oh,
like.
classic.
I only know it from movies.
Any Twitch streamer knows the Our Father. But
I really only know it from film and
yeah,
television.
That's a famous one.
Was never taught that.
But I remember the hard mode was like, by the end of this year, you're gonna have to learn the Apostles' Creed. You ready?
Ooh.
And that one was always the kids would like threaten that. Like, yeah, oh, you know that one?
Isn't
Yeah.
that the
You
guy
know,
from Rocky?
you know the Apostles' Creed yet? It was like, what? Yeah, you're gonna that one, because all of them were like this long, and then that one was like that long. It's like, oh, you better brush up on your creed. Okay.
You're gonna have
And
to
it-
know your Haftorah.
All I remember of it was someone seated at the right hand of the. That's all I got.
That's all you know.
I think, but maybe if someone got me going.
Oh, man.
But I remember the Hail Mary. Hail Mary, I know because I've been to a ton of any funeral that I've ever been to in my family. They do a rosary, which for those who don't know, they do the Hail Mary prayer. I think 100 times in a row.
That's
So I've heard it.
praying the rosary.
They do a
many-
Hail Mary for every.
Bead on the
Well, it's like 5 colored beads and then 1 white bead. So
Yeah.
you do a Hail Mary for every colored bead and then Our Father for every white bead or
Yeah.
something like that. Something
Yeah.
like 60 prayers.
and that's where I got really kind of lost and confused in all that was really my religious education experience growing up and going to church. Really, all it was like, yo, here's how to like be nice. That's all it really was. We really didn't get into the weeds of it. It was just like, do something nice for someone this week. Okay, cool. Yeah, what'd you do that was nice? Okay, great. That's all it was. But then when we would get to the prayer stuff and it was that, like doing the rosary, that's where I was like, why does it matter how many times we say this? Like, God doesn't know. Like,
Seems a little OCD.
like God knows. Like, I think right that how we feel about this. Like it's all like we're at a funeral. We all are sad to see them go, but we're hoping they're doing good. It's like I didn't really understand. Like, is God like doing tally marks? Like, yo, you only said that prayer 38 times. So
That's it?
We're sending them to hell. I just didn't. I didn't understand. I didn't understand that.
Superstition shit.
I didn't
yeah.
understand that. But maybe someone out there knows. I'm really not even making fun. I really just never understood that.
I'm
word.
thankful. My parents gave me like no religious education. Didn't send me to any of that thing. I went to youth group with friends if I stayed the night over.
I was
Like,
just gonna say the only time I've ever
Yeah.
been to church
Yeah.
is when you stay the night on a Saturday,
and I
they
thought
go
it
to
was
church
like,
the next morning.
oh, this is fun. But
Yeah.
I did that at other friends' churches that were doing that. Like, hey, we're having a night. We all play Halo and we eat nachos. I was like, I'll be there. And I had family members, extended family, that were like, why is he going to that church? That's not a Catholic church. It was like,
Oh.
because it was fun. I don't know what to tell you. Anyway, sorry. I didn't
But
mean
I
to interrupt.
I said my prayers every night.
Mm.
That was a thing where I
So
didn't
you still
know,
did that. That's interesting.
I didn't know any prayers. I didn't know
Yeah.
Our Father or any
Yeah.
of that stuff. But I did. Well, we weren't Catholic, but I just always every night was like, now I lay me down to sleep. I pray the Lord my soul to keep.
Oh, really?
And if I die before I wake, I pray the Lord my soul to take.
Huh.
And I would bless everyone like in my family, in the neighborhood, and my friends at
Yeah.
school. And God bless Rocco and Derek and Sean and Kevin and everyone. Amen. And
Yeah.
I go to sleep like every
Dang.
night.
Wow, you were more religious than any of us.
I was gonna say,
But
never did
there
that.
must have been a point where I was like, Mom, I think I'm going to do this alone. And then I must have just stopped doing it because I can't remember any
Yeah.
point
That's
in like,
interesting.
high school or middle school still doing that.
Yeah, I don't know. There was a point in my life where I was like, I would kind of like do that as I went to bed, and I would, but I didn't have like a formal thing like that.
It was like a fucking rhyme that I just spit out.
Yeah.
And I would name like the same 30 people. And as a little kid, you realize like, oh, I could stay up later if I just keep rattling off names. So I'm fucking thinking, God bless my mom's best friend from high school, Tina. And God
Yeah.
bless. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm just doing people that are friends of the family. And then it got to be like, all right, go to bed.
Yeah. I kind of did that, but just for things that I hoped would happen. Like, oh, I have friends going through some hard stuff. I hope they're okay. I would kind of like pray to myself, like when I was a little kid. I would say things like that, but
Yeah.
not like bless my soul, whatever that was. I didn't do
The
that.
now lay me down to sleep.
We
last
never
night.
did. We never said grace or anything before we ate either.
You've never heard "Now I Lay Me Down to Sleep"?
Oh, I've heard it before, but I just didn't.
Oh.
I didn't know.
I love when it's in music. They put it in songs sometimes.
Yeah, I've heard it in a couple
Metallica.
songs.
Hush, little baby, don't say a word. Oh shit! Sorry, Twitch. We're gonna get that copyright strike.
But no, I would just do stuff like that. We never said grace, And that was always something that took me by surprise because every now and then I would go over to a friend's house and I would be caught off. Did that ever happen to you guys where you'd be caught off guard? I call it the grace
Give
bomb.
me like one spoon in. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, I call it the grace bomb, and it goes off, and you don't know where it's like, hey, thank you guys so much, it's the best Super Bowl party ever, and bless us our Lord for this gift, and I'm just like, I'm like, I got like chili running down my, like, okay, yeah.
Could you?
That happened to me. I don't even know how many times. And my family never used to do it. Even when we would go see extended family, they never used to do it. And then all of a sudden, one year, like not even that long, in the last 10 years, they started doing it. Like, no, why do we never say grace? We should say grace.
That's what happened to my family. We never said grace.
Oh, really?
And now we go to Thanksgiving and they're like, Derek, would you like to say grace?
Really?
And I straight up be like, no.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, I think you should say grace. I'm like, all right. God bless this food. Let's go. And they're like, that's Derek, will you do it for real? And I'd be like, I don't want to do this. We've never done this. If you have something to say it now. I've said my piece. I'm ready to dig in.
Yeah.
So it turned into an issue.
I was just going to say, I was like, did I tell you that before? But Kevin already knew about it. Yeah. How there was drama in my house when they let my cousin do it. And he just simply said, rub-a-dub-dub, thanks for the grub, yay God. Yeah. And that was a talk.
Yay God.
I mean, so what were you thinking when you said that? And meanwhile, all the kids were like, thank you. Yeah. Great. Anyway. So that was the situation. But
I love the idea that there's grace that's unacceptable. It's like, I said grace.
Yeah.
You didn't pray hard enough.
Do you have something I need to say to you? I'm talking to the big man upstairs.
But that's what I mean. That's where all that lost me is. I think God knows, right? Like what we're feeling.
The
right
intention,
now. Like,
yeah.
Right? Like I am super thankful for my family and everything I'm at, and like we're all on the same page, right? We're good. Okay, then say it however you want. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Like, why does it? I know. Oh, you did not say that the right way.
The Almighty's telepathic.
You shouldn't have said that.
Kind of egotistical. I don't know. I think God really liked it. I got a feeling that he's fucking stoked. Are you unhappy?
But who
am I talking to here?
When we talk about this kind of stuff, I'm always eager to hear, like, anybody who's watching this who's religious, this is not in any way like, no. And I'm not saying this to like, I don't want to offend anybody. No, I have an honest conversation about it. And I would love if anybody out there has an answer to that. Like, I really would love to hear it. Because that was the one thing that I never could understand. I was like, I think we know. I think we all know. I think we're all on the same page. But it was like that too when I would make jokes. Like I would make jokes about religious stuff, you know, I've said many times on here. And people would be, oh my gosh, and I'm like, you don't think God gets that I'm kidding? Like, you create the universe, but like, well, what was that crack you made?
They're onto that old school puritanical God, that old world God.
Yeah, I don't know. So
I'm on this new hippie God.
Yeah,
you can smoke him. You can vape this God.
Yeah.
Vape God.
Yeah, he's up in the clouds all right.
Yeah,
God is a vape.
I'm at TwitchCon.
God is a dope vape.
Yep.
You smell that chocolate cigar drip.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, I got my God modded.
God is Cocoa Puffs.
Yeah, Cocoa Puffs.
5 volts.
USB charge, baby. I charge it
Take
wirelessly. Key charger.
Hey, Father Mike, I got a dab you can rip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want some Holy Spirit? Here, breathe in.
Hey, Father Kenneth, thanks for the cracker. Here's a doobie.
Yeah, smoke them if you got them, Lord.
I know not what I do.
Forgive me, Father, for I am blazed.
Whoa, why did you say that like Megatron and Beast Wars?
Hey, guys, what if Megatron and Beast Wars got highs?
Oh, dude.
Don't say that.
Check out my new Flash animation.
This chronic is hitting different. Yes. Welcome to the Mega64 comedy show. Some people out there think I'm not funny, but you've just been proven wrong.
Waspinator found some dank nugs earlier on the Ark ship. Yeah, thanks for bringing it over. Rat Trap here.
Oh.
Sean
I
just-
feel like I don't know. I give up. This is inappropriate.
Sean just
guys.
texted me. Sean's like, you
Sean's
guys are
kids are
running
watching.
so late.
What time is it?
Even from home, you know, he's
It's like 6:30.
Oh, fuck. Dude, it's almost 7:45. Anyway, thanks for watching the podcast tonight. I don't
Good night. I guess that's it. Good night.